All right. Good evening and welcome to the Phase One Athlete Podcast. Listen, got a special guest today, my boy right here, TJ2, baseball player over at Green Valley High School. TJ, man, thanks for stopping by today.
Thanks for having me.
Introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your sport and what you like to do, man.
My name is TJ Shaw Jr., class of 2024 out of Henderson, Nevada. I go to Green Valley High School. I played third base, and I'm just getting ready for the season, just grinding this fall, and just working hard every day.
Good stuff. So we're gonna dive right down into it. So. Okay. What made you choose baseball? What interests you about baseball?
Ever since I was like 3 years old, me, my grandfather, and my dad, we would just go to the park, just throw to each other, run around just for the fun of it. And I feel like I fell in love with the game since I was really young, like 3 years old. And ever since then, like elementary school, middle school, I would just always practice with them every day after school. And I feel like the grind has never stopped. I've always worked out, did something to help me get better at the sport. So I just fell in love with it at a very young age, I'd say.
Good. Yeah. Love it. So let me ask you this. Is there a particular player or a particular, something about baseball that really, really inspired you to make you say, okay, this is what I really, really want to do?
When I was younger, I would say I would go to Angels games and I would look at Mike Trout. Okay. Mike Trout, probably my favorite player of all time. Just how he carried himself, how he hits. I used to imitate my game after him a little bit. But yeah, I think going to the Angels games, seeing him in person, really made me okay, I want to be here.
Good. Yeah. Good. So me personally, I met you about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. You had already been playing baseball, already, pretty good. And then you started training with us here at Phase One.
Yeah.
So what I want to ask you is, what did you or your family notice, or when did they make that decision to say, hey, it's time for you to get, additional training so we can, really elevate your game?
Yeah, I would say 8th grade year. I wasn't the fastest, the strongest. And I remember you and Mike came to the game and I was and my dad was talking to you guys, and I was I need to get in the lab. I need to get training. Mm-hmm. So then it just took off from there. I started at the Phase One in Summerlin.
Okay, yeah.
And then we came to the one here in Henderson. So, I've just been training with Phase One ever since, and it's been doing great things in my game, and I noticed it.
Good.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. From the time you started training with Phase One, okay, and up until now, if you can reflect back, what do you say was the biggest impact and the improvement in your game? What impacted it the most to make you say, man, this is really working, this was what I really needed?
Okay, I would say the strength and speed training for sure. Me and Mike always doing speed training of some sort, and I've noticed I've gotten way faster. I've been stealing more bases, I've been scoring a lot more, and I just feel more loose. And I think the speed and strength training for sure, I gotten way stronger. I couldn't even bench a plate probably eighth grade year now.
Really?
Now I'm just off the charts with it. So I would definitely say those two things helped me the most.
Right. Well, speed, I had the opportunity of coming, I think it was either last weekend or weekend before, and I came and watched you play.
Yeah.
And you're talking about the speed training. It was funny that I literally watched him steal every base all the way to home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Usually that catcher throw to second base, pretty much, a little bit of distance. But from home plate to third plate, and you get that steal, you know what I'm saying? It talks about, how fast you are and how fast you've gotten over the course of training.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, training, okay? That's not something everybody likes to do, okay? And it's not something, like you, for instance, some days you want to train, some days you don't want to train.
Yeah.
Okay, so those days when you don't want to train, what is your motivation to go in there and grind it out and push yourself past what you're feeling at that moment?
It's a good question. I feel like I've never really been giving anything ever since I played baseball. Like, I've always had to outwork and just outplay. So I feel like that's probably my biggest motivation. Like, no one's ever given me anything. So like, I feel like however hard you work, you're gonna get out of it. And that's what I really think is the biggest. And I know, like, when I think, oh, I don't want to do it, I know someone in like Michigan is doing the work right now when I don't want to do it. So then I'm like, okay, let me get up. Let me do at least something today just to help me get better. So yeah, I think those two are the biggest things. I don't think I've gone a day without doing like even stretching, even doing that like in a while. So every day I feel like if I don't have practice, I'm doing something. And that's what I feel like I can be great one day if I keep doing that.
Good. So let me ask you, if you would say, as far as those moments you didn't want to train, and you just mentally, dialed in and knew that was what was needed to get you to the level where you're going.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say before you took on the training and everything, before you really embraced it and took it seriously? What was the motivation just to keep you on board to get to that place, to get to that mindset?
I think my dad just like, even when I don't want to do it, he's just giving me like motivational, just motivational sayings. It sounds funny, but like he's always like telling me, hey, if you want to be a millionaire one day, you got to do it when you don't want to do it. And ever since like, I would say freshman, sophomore year, I really fell in love with training because I know I'm going to get what I put out, get what I put in, I'm gonna get it out one day. So yeah, definitely my dad. He's always behind me, always has my back. Without him, I don't think I would have made it this far, to be honest, really. So yeah, he's definitely like the main like source of motivating me sometimes and helping me with my training for sure.
Good. Now his dad is, we call him TJ2. His dad is Big TJ, who's, I know him personally. I had the pleasure of meeting him. But the thing about it is, just to kind of piggyback on what TJ was saying, his father is so supportive of everything he does when it comes to sports, when it comes to, getting out there and helping him and basically supporting him, being his number one fan on the things that he knows is going to benefit and help his son get to that next level. So that's a big shout out to your father and the parents that support your athletes in the way that motivates them and move them and get them forward.
And one more thing, I know like my dad used to be a professional football player actually. So and he's always telling me like, just listen to me. I know what it takes to get there. So I just, even though it's two different sports, I still listen. It's still the same work. So I still listen to him, and hopefully one day I make it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so now your regular season is coming to an end, right?
It's the fall season.
The fall season.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. During the off season, what do you say, how has your training evolved? Because now you're a lot stronger than what you used to be. Yeah. You're a lot quicker than what you used to be. You're more basketball savvy and baseball savvy and baseball, knowledgeable. What do you say, or how do you think your off-season training has evolved up until this point?
I would say sophomore year, I had a summer. I didn't play baseball at all. I just needed a full summer to get right. I was with Mike like 4 or 5 times a week doing hill training as well, just doing everything. So I would say sophomore year, summer is when I like seen like, oh, like this is really like working for me. I got way stronger. I think I went from like a 7, 8, 60-yard dash in baseball, that's 60, to like a 6, 9, 7 flat.
Really?
So I was like, okay, hold on, this is actually like doing something. So ever since then, I was like, if I just keep going, who knows, like 19, who knows what I'll be at. So yeah, it's evolved a lot ever since sophomore year for sure. Like freshman year, I wasn't really working like that, like what Mike had me doing. So yeah, for sure, sophomore year, I was like, I took it to a whole nother level, I think.
Good. Now let's talk about your team that you play for right now, which is Green Valley.
Yeah.
Good team. This is your senior year, correct?
Yeah, my senior year.
Okay, so as far as that team, what do you think your position is with the team and the impact that you have on your teammates?
I would say like I'm probably the leader on the team, just making sure everyone is doing what they're supposed to do, not goofing off. So, because at the end of the year, I want to win a state championship. I want to go away with state championship, and I know that everyone has to do their job in order to acquire that. So I would just say, I just tell the kids, do your job. They mess up, hey, shake it off. You know, you're gonna get another chance. It's baseball. It's a failure sport. So yeah, I would just say, just help them like when they're down. Just be the best leader I can possibly be.
Good stuff. So where do you think the leadership, that trait in the sports side, where do you think where that came from, one, and two, on your course and on this path of baseball, what inspired, what was the tools that helped you be a better leader?
I would say definitely like phase one had a big part of that. There's an athlete, Casey. He used to work here. Like he was probably the leader, and I would like look up to him and be like, I would work out with him a lot, and I noticed how we took it. Like I noticed like how we took his workout seriously, and he was just a great leader to me and other athletes. So that was when I was younger, but I always like followed in his footsteps, kind of being a better leader. And can you say the second question again?
Well, what did you take from it and apply and made you be a better leader?
I just took like how if you mess up, shake it off. You're going to get so many more opportunities when you work hard. Everyone else around you works hard, so that's just making the whole team better, I would say. And yeah, that's about it.
Right. Just to piggyback on the fact that when you make a mistake, and shake it off. And that's something that not only, young athletes, but actually in the adult world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you made the mistake already. The thing about it is you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because you already did it. It's already done. The mental focus and the mental determination to, one, don't look at it as a mistake, because look at it like this. There's two different things. You have a mistake, but then you have what's called a learning experience.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The learning experience is what we strive for. The mistake is something that you continue to do over and over and over again, and you never learn.
Yeah.
So mistakes are not necessarily bad when you learn from them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Sure. And you apply that to the adult life, like after baseball. You're still gonna make some errors, you know what I'm saying? You still may make some mistakes, but it falls on the actual person, your mental strength to allow this or flip this or even turn it to, hey, you know what? This is not gonna be a negative thing. I'm gonna turn it and make it into a learning experience.
Yeah.
So that's good right there, the fact that you're able to dial in and say, hey, you know what, that play is gone.
Yeah.
I dropped that catch. You know what I'm saying? Or I didn't get that ground ball, or I overthrew first base, not letting that get into your head and mess up, because guess what? There's going to be another throw to first base. There's going to be another ground ball.
Yeah.
And there's going to be another pop fly that you'll have that opportunity in. And like you said, if you're not mentally there, you're going to mess up that second opportunity.
Exactly.
Good.
Yes.
Good stuff. Good
Yes,
stuff.
sir.
So let me ask you this. What would you say, when you look at right now, from the time you started baseball up until right now, okay? When you look at that and you analyze that, where do you say you need to put, like, say for this coming off season, okay? Where do you say, I got to put my focus here because this is where I need to get better from your perspective? Because you're the one out there playing. You're out there watching other athletes.
Yeah.
So when you analyze your baseball career up until this point, what do you feel this off season your focus has to be?
I would say this off season, my focus has to be probably just getting faster, because in baseball, like, speed is everything. Mm-hmm. You can't teach it. But just working on my speed, I think, because like it's just so good, like having good speed around the bases. You can steal more bases, and you can never be more faster. So I would say speed work for sure, and just ground ball drills. Just keep working on my glove and my stick, and that's basically it. you're gonna make errors in like the game, but the people who make the least amount of errors are like the big leaguers. So just working on my glove, my hitting, it's gonna still be there. But yeah, mainly just speed work and my fielding for sure.
Good. So let me ask you this: with being out there, being a student athlete, and doing what you're doing, at this point, how important do you feel, aside from practice and aside from the training that you do at the school, how important is additional training outside of that? How important do you think that is nowadays?
So important, because I mean, people are so skilled. Like kids are throwing 101 at 16 years old, and
wow,
that's just God-given talent. So I feel like if you don't put in the extra work outside of practice or like games or anything, you're probably not going to do anything. That's why I'm always working on the off days, because I think it's so important to do that.
Right. Now, me coming up, which has been many moons ago,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All we really had was the weight room at the school,
Yeah.
and then the practices for football. And nowadays, I'm looking at it, and would it be, a safe statement to say, considering you're an actual student athlete, that just to even compete on the basic level,
Yeah.
you have to be doing something outside.
Yeah, you have to be. You have to be, because there's always like going to be people more talented than you, who's faster, stronger, but you can't teach hard work, so you can outwork them and still get on their level. But if you don't do any work outside of it, I don't think you have a chance, really.
Really?
Yeah.
So aside from the hard work, you still need something, because you got to get faster, because you got somebody out there that's working hard, but they're also doing the training.
Yeah, exactly.
So okay. So that gives you that extra little edge over them.
Exactly, yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, good. So I have one more question.
Okay.
Like I said, you're a senior now.
Yeah.
Maybe going off to college, wherever you're going to go after this. What would you tell younger athletes, what I'm saying, that's coming up? Give them something regarding time management. And when I say time management, knowing when to do what.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people like to overlap and they don't know how to do that. Give them something on that lines of time management, and something that you personally, from your journey, that you can share that, hey, you know what? Someone else can really benefit from this part of my journey. Okay.
I would say two things, honestly. I would say one, just fall in love with the grind early, because, I mean, it's just going to keep getting harder from there. If you fall in love with the grind early, you'll be used to it, kind of, you know what I'm saying? And like when you're like older, it'll be like, oh, this is nothing. And second, I mean, I can relate to this. I think this is a part of me, like just telling the younger kids, I would just be like, focus on your diet. Okay. Have a better diet. Like when you're younger, like obviously like you can eat like candy and stuff because you're a kid.
Right.
But like when you start getting like into, if you want to be like a real athlete and like you want to go somewhere with it, I would say diet is really important. Because your nutrition is like your fuel for the games and stuff. And like I've worked better on my diet. I used to be a pretty chubby kid, so I would.
Well, I've watched you, like I said, I've known you in the last 4 years, and watching you just grow and grow up. I mean, you've grown. You're solid. You're healthy. You've leaned out a lot.
Yeah.
And then watching you play the other weekend. I kid you not. I was literally, when I was talking to your dad, and even I talked to Mike afterwards, I was simply just like, wow.
Yeah.
To see this kid go from the first time I met him up until now, to see how big you are, how strong you are, how athletic you are, and how knowledgeable you are about baseball. It was like mind blowing, man.
Thank you.
It was mind blowing.
And I also have one more thing. Like there's social media. Like nowadays, it's a big thing. So if you're a young kid, you see all these kids like going this, going there. Don't worry about it, honestly, because it doesn't really mean anything. It's just for like kind of the social media. I would say just keep grinding, keep doing you, and you're gonna achieve your dreams if you really stick with it. I think the social media is like people get like influenced, like, oh, he went here, like I'm jealous, you know what I'm saying? Just keep focusing, keep doing what you're doing, and you're gonna get there too, I would say.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good, good. So I want to just hit on that social media because that is huge and that's big nowadays.
Yeah.
How do you manage your social media aside from the schoolwork, the stuff you need to do at home, the training, and the commitment to basketball? How do you manage that? Baseball, I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep saying basketball. How do you manage that?
I mean, I'm on it, like my screen time's like four hours at the max. I'm not really on it like that. Like I check Instagram sometimes and I sometimes be going on TikTok and stuff, but I don't really like go on it that much. I don't know. It's just like.
Let me ask you, is it because you have no interest in it or is it because you're mentally training yourself to say, hey, you know what? I need to limit the time that I'm on this because this is not my focus.
Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of social media time is like really bad for you. So like, it's not really like my interest on being on it all day because I have like I said, workouts, practice, games. It's just not really like a major like impact in my life. I'm not really on it that much. So yeah, that's about it. But yeah, if you're on social media like a lot, like 12, 13 hours or more, I like cut it down just a little bit. That could be more time, you know, to doing whatever you have to do to get better, I would say.
Good, good. All right. Well, TJ, too, man, thank you, man. Thank you for stopping by and giving us a little bit.
Thank you for having me.
There you have it right there from an athlete right in Las Vegas doing his thing, baseball down at Green Valley. Give the people your IG so they can follow you and check you out.
Terry, Terryy 2X. Terry 2 times. Yes, sir.
Terry 2 times right there again.
Yes,
Terry, thank you for stopping by. Hey, listen.
Thank you.
Be prepared. We're going to be featuring some athletes on our podcast. I'm trying to get them in here and do just this. Just kind of give back to some of the younger athletes that's growing up. But there you have it right there from a student athlete right now, senior at Green Valley, getting ready to take it to the next level. Keep doing what you're doing, TJ. We're following you, and we appreciate you, my man.
Thank you
for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. Man. Thank you.